Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. I'm returning today to you to speak about this fifth dimension, this destination. It's like a traveling. We're traveling into this new era of this new energy, this new dimension, this new Earth. In a sense, the new Earth, the Earth is like it's like exactly like the physical Earth, but more beautiful, transparent, brilliant. We will come to realize that we're all one with everything. Everything is becoming alive. Everything is full of what there is added. Everything in light is brighter. There's more colors. There is more light into things, but we are being moved through the portals of the fourth dimension to the mystery school, whether it is conscious or unconscious. We are we're traversing all the mystery schools in order to master the cause and effect, master the mind, master the emotion, in order to emerge into this fifth dimension that will allow us to fuse with our I am presence and become sovereign within ourselves. And it is all a process that is undergoing right now. And so at some point we may feel a disorientation in space. Usually it doesn't happen when we're driving, but spirit is like aligning our consciousness to those higher frequency. And so for a lot of the third and fourth dimension will soon dissolve and will be moving into this crystalline field. For crystals, they can be quartz or amethyst, or there is all kinds of other crystals, but they're very powerful. When you hold crystals within you, it reinforces, it amplifies, they're amplificator. They can be programmed and reprogrammed, and we'll relearn to base our technology on crystal. For the fifth dimensional and above, the technologies are based on crystal. From the fifth to the 15th dimension, it's crystalline field where people live in this crystalline field, this transparent field of reality. And so soon there will be crystal technologies that will be revealed, such as the replicators, but also the healing technology that will be able to heal everything that humankind has been plagued with through this process of chemical. A lot of the illness come from the chemical process, this aggression from chemical compounds. For this crystalline scripture, this crystalline technology will realign our bodies to find the state of illness, and understanding all the substructure of who we are is made of crystal. Beyond the molecular, the atomic structure, there is a sub energy system that are called the quarks, that are all crystalline. They're all little crystal, non-localized crystal field that love uses to manifest all this physical body. So all of this is so our physical body has to be crystal. We can turn our body into a crystal, a clear crystal that is loved, and so understanding the DNA, the structure of our DNA is made of carbon. Carbon can be just as a chalk. Chalk is carbon. Is like right now it is like chalk. It is weak. It is vulnerable. It burns really quickly. But as we elevate in frequency, it will turn into a diamond. A diamond is solid. It is bright. It is shining. But our consciousness is like this raw diamond, and every day when we become aware of things, it is like there is cut that are made within this diamond where we eliminate the rough edges, and we become there is new facets that are being created that allows us to shine. And so it is understanding that eventually our consciousness is like a diamond. It has to be made eternal and infinite in consciousness. This is our goal. For we were created like that, and soon we'll be able to reuse those precious stones, but also minerals, to not to embellish and in a sense to for these vanity things, or to embellish the outside of the body, but to program the crystals or the diamonds or the stones to amplify the inner light, the inner self. Or within our diamond core, there's been many seeds that have been planted. We have this diamond core within our sacred heart, and this one seed we need to activate. There's many seeds that we'll need to activate through the source code, but this one is the seeds of the violet fire. The violet fire is the most powerful essence that we need to transmute all. For it is important to face our fear, because if we don't face our fear, drama will come to force us to face it. So when you face our fear, connect to the diamond, we connect to this diamond core, and we activate the seed of the violet fire. So the violet fire will be able to transmute our fear and let it go, to allow it to be transmuted. And so it is our natural, within our DNA, this can become eventually a Merkaba, Merkana, Merkara, and this structure of chalk could turn into a diamond where we'll be able to live a lot longer and a lot happier. So it is not to be distracted by other technologies. For other technologies were created to distract, to confuse, to create an opposing force to this DNA transmutation, where we can be distracted from there's just as much information available as there is disinformation. Everything is mixed up. The forces of darkness will soon have to face the music. They have to face the karma they're created. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to come out in society. And there is this big financial crisis that is just starting, and it's going to be a really difficult century for humanity. But as light workers, the justice and balance will be will be restored. So we'll be safe. We'll be in paradise. We'll be in a way in a position to bring about this new age in a way that in a position that will feel the safety of that, independently of what the chaos that will be going on in the world. For if there's a financial crisis, I would recommend that you disinvest yourself from this paper, from all this financial paper, and move your assets into precious metals, into diamonds, into real estate, into gold, into art. Of course, gold, it will always be valuable, but art is really the most fun of all and the safest of all investment. If you buy what you love, you will always come up on top. Or invest in companies that are purely ethical. The problem is that most main companies, there are dark elements within it that are committing crime against humanity through their programs, and so they will when those will come up, and people will become aware, the value of those companies will greatly drop. And so when the company is ethical, they will survive of this shift. They will all the companies that provide true service, provide goods and services that are ethical, will be able to survive the shift. And so I just wanted to say that before it hits the fan, so to speak, because this crisis will be quite difficult. As Spirit was saying, the 21st century is going to be a very difficult century for the whole of humanity. I wanted to thank my friend Todd, who's the master of wisdom, for he's becoming he's came out of his rest in order to assist humanity, as many other masters and archangels and angels. They're coming closer, but Todd is becoming more physically present on the earth, and his influence will definitely assist us in bringing that shift together. For he appeared to me in Sri Lanka. I talked about it in one of my videos when I was in Sri Lanka. He came to me in this avatar form, in the Ibis form. It was magnificent. It was like in my bedroom. I was like, whoa, thank you for visiting me in that form. It was like, but this wisdom is. We have to reintegrate all the codes of wisdom for the understanding is everything is symbols. A symbol is a key to a knowledge, and the key to knowledge, and this knowledge opens to discovery of higher truths. For everything is made of symbol. Everything is symbolic. For we were all created eternal and infinite. God, source, creator, never created any beings imperfect or any being temporal. This is just an experience that we came to have, but we're all created from love, from this divine love, eternal love. We're eternally perfect, and we always has been, always will be, for God does not create anything imperfect. So understand that. It is just the nature of this experience here that creates the illusion of imperfection. For all is transformed. We are all transformed through that experience. Nothing, like Heraclitus was saying, everything is in eternal motion. And even the chemical Lavoisier, nothing is created, nothing is lost. Everything is always in a shift of transformation in the universe. Everything is always the fourth law of one. The first law is the law of inclusion. The second law is the law that all is one and one is all. The third law is that everything that we give, we receive. It's the law of karma and attraction. And the fourth law is that everything is in eternal transformation, save God, who is never changed. The source that cannot change is absolute and therefore never change. But as far as we are concerned, we have to allow ourselves to let go of the old in order to be transformed with the trust and faith that our soul and spirit holds a better program for ourselves. Anytime we let go, we release certain energy, and so For we are made of energy. The form is only the surface of who we are. We are energy. Energy was made into form, and form goes back into energy, and then from energy we return into form. For all the everything is made of light. For everything that we call matter is a particle of light, which is photon that have been slowed down so they can take on a form to serve a purpose of growth and evolution. But as we move into this higher frequency, our atoms are being expanded, and they're returning into this light form, and then we move into this crystalline light body. For all of that which is happening consciously or unconsciously. We are being transformed. We are being, no matter what's being said in the world of duality, this is really what's going on, and those forces of the universe will have the last word. They will transform the whole world into this paradise for all. For we have this sacred heart, and within our sacred heart there has been planted some sacred seeds. Those seeds, there are many seeds that will be activated to become the seeds that we need. First we need to activate the seeds of the violet fire, to turn into this violet flame, to use that violet flame to transmute within ourselves all that is still discordant, and to emerge into the light. But we have all those seeds that have been planted in our hearts, and so we want to connect to that sacred heart. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to pull out 4 cards from the Voyager deck to see what the paintings behind me. This painting is from my first original series. I was living in Los Angeles. I had 600 square feet and a studio of 20 meters high ceiling. It was a beautiful place, and I painted a lot of large painting and some small one. And this one is in French. It's from a Zen master. It's they will be framed really soon. It says a drop of water. A drop of water is very little, but united with a lake, when will it dry? I love Asian wisdom, the wisdom of all the masters of the East. They're very poetic, and so I use that a lot in my paintings. And this one is my third astrological self-portrait. I'm still refining it. Of course, I'm the only one who sees the necessity of continuing to change certain things. I added some red on this side. It's being more balanced out. It's not very far from being finished, but there's still a little necessity. For I have all those paintings that are very, very methodical, very subtle, very that takes years to produce, and then I'm putting on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, putting a lot of paperwork that are very spontaneous. I do it in one day, and it's like more Matisse, Picasso, Matisse influence. Energy, but I really like this expressionist, like going fast into something and to trust that each brush strokes is perfect and just let it be. Well, I do that usually on paper. Maybe I'll do some expressionist painting on canvas later on, but those paintings are very methodical. They take a very long time to produce and to harmonize, for it is part of the fun that for creating art is a great joy. It is and participating in the art, no matter what, for our thoughts are creative, and so I encourage you to write, to dance, to sing, to create music, to create art, whatever it is, to get involved in the art, or even in the appreciation level. For art was given to increase the quality of our life here. It is something of the most essential. It is most essential part of a life. So the highest wisdom for us today is reward. We are being rewarded for all our hard work. We've been working really hard, and we are accepted to go through all kinds of things, and now we are getting this reward. It is Jupiter, it is money, it is love, it is pleasure, it is all those things, and it is so it is all there. It is about moving into this state of being that is total bliss, that is total appreciation, no matter what's going on outside. What we need to understand is synergy, is to synergize, to become one, to fuse all those energy, to balance it out, to become neutral enough to elevate above anything that can be discordant. Whenever there is something discordant, call on the violet flame, the violet fire, and trust that there shouldn't be fear that separates things within yourself. There is this total understanding of this divine. There is this divine, your divine self, your divine being that loves you infinitely. There is not a single moment in time when you haven't been loved by God. Otherwise you would have disappeared and vanished forever. So it is the first principle of inclusion. If we exist, is that we are created by God, and we always exist in one form or another. So it's about allowing this synergy, this graceful, even if there's discordant moment and time that are not really comfortable, it's still necessary for us to go through that, accept that, allow that to happen, and transmute it and move as quick as possible back to the state of balance and peace and serenity. What we need to do is integrity, is to stay true to ourselves, to become to have to be truthful to our value, to not corrupt ourselves, to not allow ourselves to deviate too much from the past, or not at all if possible. But sometimes we still have those little parts that are that ego self that is wanting to stay within the old habits. So it's about being as true as possible and stay focused on the yellow brick road, on the central road that will lead us to the salvation, the little door that opened up to the great expanse of heaven at the end of the cycle. And so it is not that far. So it is about being true to ourselves, being to allow because we are here to hold this frequency, to hold that vision, to hold those values, so that everybody can know that it's okay to be kind, it's okay to be loving, it's okay to be wise, it's no matter. And those who are not ready to understand that, for Todd, the Master Todd says that wisdom, to those who are, to the fool, wisdom is meaningless. There is no meaning to wisdom because they are not alive. But do not let other people, for everybody is capable to come into their own realization when it is their time. Just allow yourself to be true to yourself, to be sincere as much as possible. The 3 keys of ascension are sincerity, more sincerity, and even more sincerity. It's about the state of innocence. Is the first thought is always innocent. It is afterwards that sometimes we deviate from that. And do not judge yourself if you deviate from that. And the outcome is the preserver. It is preserving those things, to continue the continuation of our life plan, to move towards what has value, what has meaning. It is about rebirth. It is about preserving those things that have meaning, the goodness, the good that has meaning, not and so to understand that everything is being preserved. Our soul has already those plans that we already have chosen to live that life before we came. So if we had a hard time in the old cycle, it is because we, as soul, from a soul perspective, we had chosen to experience certain difficulty in order to transmute, in order to transcend, in order to integrate certain lessons, and then we'll come to the benefit of that freedom that will come as a result of that transmutation. Well, I hope that the reading was meaningful for you. I finished with a little song. I didn't know what song to sing, so this one sounds it's an easy song. It goes like this. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. We were blind, but now we see, so let us rejoice. Thank you, God. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and if you have any comment, feel free to leave them in the box below, and I will return to you shortly. Thank you very much. Namaste.